Also, I kind of want to make a weird video today, and I want to eventually make a video on being resentful. If anybody's resentful, as you get older, you kind of get more, depending on where you are in life and who you've met and where you've been. Sometimes, I guess maybe you grow to get more, a little jaded and resentful and unhappy sometimes. And this happens. Not to all. Sometimes never. Sometimes for most of your life you have a great life, and then you get a rude awakening, and it's actual real life now. I kind of got reminded of it last night when my dad was talking to me, and he's lived quite a while, and we were talking, and I'll get into that in another video, but it made me bring up Facebook. Facebook shit bothers me very much so, in the fact, the other day I was on Facebooking, I don't know, just looking through shit because I was bored. And there's people on there I've gone to high school with, and I don't know them. I mean, I really don't know them at all. I don't know why I have them on there. I don't know why they want me on theirs. It's really just, it's a place for being antisocial. Pretty much it makes you an antisocial person because you feel like you don't need to go get to know someone when you can just look through their Facebook and stalk them on the internet. I think, in my opinion, it promotes being antisocial a lot. It's like you're keeping in touch with people you went to high school with when really you're just keeping tabs on people, kind of. And this guy I went to high school with posted he was feeling really suicidal and he hadn't thought about it in a long time, or he hasn't felt like this in a long time, yada yada. Feeling really suicidal, blah, 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 blah. And it just kind of, it pissed me off. I actually wanted to be kind of like an internet troll and be like, why are you posting this, Like, a lot of people, I realized it was for an attention thing, because I know if you want to kill yourself, you're not just going to tell everybody about it. People that commit suicide don't do that. They just do it, or they think about it for a while. So I gave him the suicide hotline and said you can go to any hospital if you ever feel like killing yourself, and they'll take you in and help you. But basically people were like, text me or this and that, and it really frustrates me that people do that, or they post their whole life on the internet kind of thing, like all their drama. And some people I genuinely really, I know that they're coping with things a lot like that. But at the same time, it makes you look a little crazy, especially when you post paragraphs of things about yourself. A lot of times, when I do care about someone and they post a paragraph like that, maybe like the first couple ones I'll read, but after a while it kind of gets exhausting to just read a whole, I don't know, sometimes it's like 3 paragraphs of something, and I'm just like, man, I'm sorry that you're having such a shit day, but usually, I don't know if that's a good thing to do that. Usually when I have a really shitty day, I kind of just internalize it, and then I just need to bitch about it or vent to somebody, like a family member. But I don't like it when people vent on the internet to just everybody, and everybody can read their personal, it spews how desperate you are, and it makes you kind of look bad, like you people, not everybody's like me. I mean, I'm not saying don't do it, I'm just saying if you start losing friends on Facebook, and I mean, they're not even your real friends, you don't hang out with you probably don't even hang out with half the people you have on there. I think this generation is really the most what was I gonna say? Well, the most antisocial, self-loathing generation. I mean, basically, our generation, I don't know if you were born in the 90s, and I kind of don't like it at all. I feel like I don't belong. Is, materialistic, self-loathing, antisocial, or, you are social and you're just really dumb and you like to party and you like your bass in your car and your material items, and all you want to do is have money and be materialistic. That's kind of how I feel about a lot of the people that are my age. You're either really selfish and self-loathing and, self-sabotaging, or you're very social and you're also unaware. A lot of times when people are really social, they kind of look past a lot of things they do, and they're not really tuned into people very well. They're kind of just all over the place. But yeah, I mean, that just really made me want to say life isn't for everyone, because it's not for everybody, and it only gets harder, and the sooner people learn that, the sooner they can get over themselves. I don't really have sympathy for suicide. When I was 11, I saw suicide publicly, and it really put life in perspective to me. And I think that's why I am so drawn to things that people don't like. I think that's why I like skulls and dark things and stuff, because in one way or another, you eventually need to accept that everything dies and everybody dies, and death is just a part of life. Death is just a part of this whole experience we're going through, and we don't know what's going to happen, because this is all we know. Life is precious, and if you can't appreciate life, then you shouldn't live. That's what I think. I mean, definitely, it's hard for, for certain people, especially like if you're in pain all the time, if you have cancer, or chronic pain. My mom has chronic back pain. I get why somebody would want to kill themselves if they are in such agonizing pain all the time. That upsets me, because it's not their choice to want to die or to feel that way. And sometimes your chemicals in your brain, like if you're depressed, mess up that too. But if it's just kind of that constant voice in your head, you have so many options. You have options to see a doctor. You have options to start on medicine, different kinds. Make sure somebody's paying attention to you. If it's not working, if it's making it worse, there's places you can go to, people you can talk to. But when you're really sick and you're done, I mean, that's when I think it's okay. I live in Alaska, and suicide's actually really high and very common. And there is lots of prevention. You can prevent things like this from happening. A lot of times, I almost think it's kind of like a flaw or a defect in a human when they actually try so many times to kill themselves. For some reason, there's something that's not right. I mean, there's just wiring is wrong. And I think it really is a defect in a person. When they're made, when they're formed, something just didn't quite get developed in whatever, their brain or something, and they just have this tendency or this need to want to die for some reason, even though they don't know exactly. I don't think they grasp what they're doing, like they really understand that they're